In 1412, the small town of Herentals, Belgium, witnessed a miraculous event that strengthened the faith of the local Christian community and continues to inspire believers to this day. This miracle began with an act of sacrilege, a theft of consecrated hosts from the local parish church. At that time, the Eucharist was central to Catholic life, representing the real presence of Jesus Christ. Stealing consecrated hosts was considered an attack not only on the church, but on the sacredness of the faith itself. The perpetrators intended to use the stolen hosts for profane purposes, perhaps to sell them or desecrate them. However, God's intervention turned their evil intentions into an extraordinary sign of his power and love. The thieves, likely unaware of the deep spiritual implications of their crime, fled the church with the sacred hosts. Despite their efforts to hide and desecrate the Eucharist, they could not escape divine justice. Miraculously, the stolen hosts remained intact for 8 days, displaying themselves in the form of a cross. This unexpected and supernatural phenomenon confounded the thieves, who were eventually discovered. Upon being caught, they confessed their crime, describing how the hosts had resisted their attempts to desecrate them and instead formed a visible cross, a clear sign of Christ's presence. This act of divine preservation not only thwarted their sacrilegious plans, but also served as a visible and undeniable proof of the sanctity of the Eucharist. When the local authorities and clergy learned of the miracle, the recovered hosts were returned to the parish with great reverence. A solemn procession was organized to bring the Eucharist back to the church, where it was venerated by the faithful. This event profoundly impacted the people of Herentals, reigniting their devotion to the Blessed Sacrament and reminding them of its sacred significance. The miraculous preservation of the hosts in the form of a cross became a powerful symbol of Christ's unyielding presence and love, even in the face of desecration. The event drew attention beyond Herentals, attracting pilgrims from surrounding regions who came to witness the miracle and pray in the presence of the sacred hosts. The miracle was documented by church authorities who saw it as a divine confirmation of the doctrine of transubstantiation, the belief that the bread and wine used during Mass become the body and blood of Christ. In an era marked by challenges to the Catholic faith, including heresies and misunderstandings about the Eucharist, this miracle served as a reaffirmation of core Christian beliefs and strengthened the unity of the faithful. The Herentals miracle also underscores the transformative power of faith. For the local community, it was not merely a historical event, but a living testimony of God's presence among his people. The visible cross formed by the hosts symbolized not only Christ's sacrifice on Calvary, but also his victory over sin and death. This miraculous occurrence invited the people of Herentals and all who heard of it to reflect on the profound mystery of the Eucharist and to approach it with renewed reverence and devotion. It reminded them that the Eucharist is not just a symbol, but the true presence of Christ, offering spiritual nourishment and strength for those who receive it with faith. In the aftermath of the miracle, the church in Herentals became a site of pilgrimage and prayer. Devotees traveled long distances to honor the sacred hosts and seek God's blessings. The miracle inspired a deeper sense of awe and respect for the Eucharist, encouraging the faithful to receive it worthily and with hearts full of gratitude. The Church likely instituted special devotions and celebrations to commemorate the event, ensuring that its memory would endure for generations. The Herentals miracle continues to be an important part of Belgium's Catholic heritage, reminding the faithful of the enduring power and mystery of the Eucharist. It invites believers to consider the lengths to which God goes to reveal his presence and protect what is holy. The event also serves as a warning against acts of sacrilege and a call to repentance, showing that even in the face of human sinfulness, God's grace can transform situations into opportunities for faith and redemption. For modern Catholics, the story of the Herentals miracle offers valuable lessons. It challenges us to examine our own attitudes toward the Eucharist and to renew our commitment to treating it with the utmost reverence. In a world often marked by indifference or misunderstanding about the sacred, the miracle serves as a reminder of the profound reality of Christ's presence in the Eucharist. It encourages believers to seek deeper communion with God through the sacraments and to live lives that reflect his love and truth. This extraordinary event, which began with an act of desecration, ultimately became a powerful testimony to God's love and the sanctity of the Eucharist. The miraculous preservation of the hosts as a cross revealed God's ability to bring good out of evil and to remind his people of his constant presence and care. For the people of Herentals and for Catholics around the world, this miracle remains a source of inspiration and stay, drawing hearts closer to the mystery of the Eucharist and the redeeming power of Christ.